back to the astrology stream. I'm in the kitchen because the way everything has been working out. I've switched to a 1 meal a day system, and I'm eating. It's kind of a 1 meal a day system, except imagine a 1 meal a day system, except like all day you're allowed to drink whatever you want. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that because I'm prepping for tropical paradises. But let me digress. I was gonna talk about. Well, I guess we could talk about Venus. Venus in Libra. Venus in the chart, Falconi Carter 4. Venus in Libra. I wrote water thoroughly supports collective, but we're in Libra. Right, I think it's talking about the interconnectedness of it all. Uttara Falguni has to do with promises. So we're finishing up a cycle of promises or intentions that we've made in certain areas. So let's see. I'm trying to think of what promises I've made. I try not to make a lot of promises, straight up. Tapasya on promises. I do promise some things that I'm super stubborn about, but let me digress really quick. I also so in this meal I've got because I also kind of wanted to kill two birds with one stone, because I'm not trying to I don't know, on TikTok. I'm not trying to make a bunch of TikToks about all this stuff, straight up. But yeah, so I'm putting in two small avocados. I like to start all my meals with healthy, I try to eat a lot of healthy fats to start out with, so that way I can be super confident that my body is getting into ketosis or whatever it's called. It just gets your if your body recognizes fat as a fuel first, then it's going to burn the fat as a fuel first. I'm trying to figure out because I really do like sugary alcoholic drinks, so I feel as long as I just keep a certain level of exercise. Wait, Mars in Mrigashira Pada 4? How long has Mars been in Mrigashira? Okay, well, let's see. What was I was just about to say something. Sorry. Get into ketosis. Oh, right. I'm trying to have the only problem is sugar as a fuel source is a total myth. Emptiness is the only true fuel source. That's what fasting teaches you. It's so annoying. I'm just addicted to the fact that food gives me gravity. That's what I think. I mean, food keeps you grounded and tethered to the earth, literally. It's not about that you'll die, it's that you'll fly away. Transcendental meditation sati. Ketu in Magha, but also Sun is in Magha and then Avamsha. Magha has to do with transcendental meditation and leaving the bodies. It's the reason why. It's you know how people say you're because my grandpa, your grandpa's probably a pitcher, so your grandpa's always with you. Which is dope. I'm gonna also add some. This is my favorite. I think this is my favorite Japanese barbecue sauce from Costco. Bachan's Japanese barbecue sauce. I don't know. I feel because my meal is so low in carbs in general. I didn't make a comment on it. I'm sorry. I was gonna say, right. Because a lot of the time, so Mars leverages fuel for its actions, right? So it's I was just talking about fuel, but I'm talking about the actions. I want do Mrigans? I think Mrigans should do yoga. Mrigashira natives should do yoga the same way you should go to the Himalayas. Mars going places. Yeah, facts. Maybe now would be a good time to book a trip to go travel in the Himalayas if you're a Mriga creative and you don't have a job or something, or you can take time off. Digress. Oh, there's a frequency playing in the background. It's Manifest Money. Cool. Also, I like to start out like I've been drinking ever since, because I used Google Gemini to like look up what vinegar was, because I thought about it for a second. I was like, wait a minute, it's like evolved alcohol, low key. So now, and I heard you're supposed to start. Shout out to make sure to follow me on TikTok at Maha_Mercurial, and then look at who I'm following. One of the doctors I'm following. I learned on their stream that you should start your meals with apple cider vinegar. So I'm gonna start out by taking lion's mane. I'm gonna take the lion's mane with and I'm gonna take these omega-3s with I'm gonna down it with this apple cider vinegar. Oh, so it broke fast. Okay. Kinda. I had a bottle of juice today. But and I've been eating out here. Maybe I should eat in my room. I'm not sure. With my binder. Sun and Ashleisha in the 4th house. You may be being vilified for something. Wrongfully. Maybe you feel vilified. Moon and Mercury. It depends. It would depend on probably your Mercury. Mercury in Pushapada 4, Pada 1. Gandanta. Tropical Gandanta. Okay, so when's the next Mercury retrograde? I don't know what that was, but maybe sooner than you think. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Okay, so the sun moved from a tropical, like in the D9, it moved from tropical Leo to tropical Virgo. So this could also mean you have to be careful where you're vilifying somebody else. I figured out that like my problem is because I learned that Varuna encompassed Vitra. I often conflate the two karakas. So a lot of times, just to avoid facing the fact that there's still my own Vitra to face, instead I'll just move towards blaming my bro, which is like, I mean, it's really just a plot point. It's all an Aquarian activation if you think about it. Blaming somebody else, Pushyatava. Wow, hemming the whole sign, yeah. Pushyami, Nakshatra Tattva is blaming somebody else is actually taking responsibility. The long way. And that's some apple juice, because no bev. Walk on here. This is really good though. Oh, and eggs. There's eggs in there too for all the nutrients. I feel like if you, like they say, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. I think in 2026 it's 1 egg a day. 1 egg a day keeps the doctor away. Until they normalize a new type of diet trend, where it's like, you only eat like 2 days a week or something like that. Like, it's gonna be really hard to transition like a bunch of people from thinking that you need to eat to you don't need to eat, because they need you to eat to stay grounded, but that's about it. Some of us are cool with staying grounded though. Saboteur is so OP, it's crazy. And you could call Tavasta too. Fortune and Ardra Pada 4. The moist one, Storm. Oh, Moon's going into Ardra soon. Fortune and Ardra. Well, so, I'd say like there's usually like wherever there's a mess, there's usually like a hint about like some type of karmic attachment that you have to it, like even if it doesn't seem like yours. Like right now, this counter looks absolutely atrocious and it looks like none of it's my fault, but like if I went down, like it's probably like because I'm wasting space in the fridge, you know what I mean, or I'm wasting space in the cabinets, and then it all adds up to, oh, now there's just not enough room for all of this stuff, and now it's like somehow my fault. Either way, clean up messes. I'm just confused. The karmic, I need to do a karmic study on maids and butlers. I don't know how that works yet. Moon conjunct Mars in Merkapata 4. Fun. Well, I'm saying. It's because, oh wait. This trips me out. Merkapata 4 in Cancer. I was just stuck in sidereal for so long. But it makes a lot of sense, actually. It's like Rudolph. Rudolph probably had the Cancer part of Mrigashirshirapata 4. It's like the doubt itself is like part of the gift, you know what I mean? If it was guaranteed, it would be boring. That's why Leos are good gamblers, right? I think so. They can be good gamblers if they want to be. If they don't want to be good gamblers, then they probably won't be good gamblers. Should be good gamblers, though. I was going to talk about Saturn and like looking at Saturn because we're going deep into divisional charts. Like I think it's a good idea to look at Saturn as a bookmark. Like it kind of like it's kind of like the principal at the school or whatever, or like it's like the school board or something. I don't know. It dictates the pace of everything. But the fact that it's retrograde right now, like, it sounds like it's really wanting us to focus on, because I don't know how long it's gonna be retrograde for. It might go like to the end of this pod. But this is about cyclically re-becoming the celebration. But then going into Pada 1, which would be more of a. Sorry, let me look at the Padas. Oh right, because it is the nursery. Okay, so because it's in Virgo right now. In the D9, right? Saturn is. Let's check. So going backwards from Virgo into Leo is like. This is the retrograde epiphany. This is so Leo to Virgo is like Cancer. Leo's looking at its detached shadow, and Virgo. Okay, so Saturn. Okay, so it's still in Leo. So is it going to move back into Cancer? If Saturn moved back into Cancer, Saturn in Cancer. Well, depends on Moon. So, it's a day-to-day thing. So, okay. So it's not gonna be like bad or anything. Okay. Good to know. And then look at Mars. Okay, Mars and Virgo, but Mars is gonna be in Cancer. It's gonna be in Ardra. Mars and Ardra is actually gonna be crazy. Mars and Ardra is gonna create is gonna create like the illusion of a lot of obstacles in your way in the form of a big mess. But it is all auspicious. Externalizing our inner mess helps us navigate it. I've learned this. It's a whole lot easier for me to see when other people are doing something that I'm doing and how it looks when they do it. I don't know. It feels like that mirror is just like a really good way to. It's like it's always introspection. It's always introspection. Oh right. So with Ardra, because it's like think about the situation where you're born in, like how they have to throw so much at you to distract you from yourself. They have to because if you so it's just like I think it's preferable to have to unlearn some of this stuff. Like a lot of it's just programming. A lot of it's just like optimal programming. Like if they didn't get you addicted to eating food when you were a kid, then you would never want to eat food. You would never want to eat food. And then you would just like, and then you would like, it'd be a whole thing. It'd be a whole thing, and then you wouldn't be able to learn all this stuff at school. I'm not even gonna lie, this meal is busting. So Mars. So we have to look at Mars. Oh, so Mars in its own nakshatra. Moon going into a Rahu nakshatra. That's kind of the moon has way more nakshatra. Well, I feel like all the nakshatras are the moon's nakshatras on the low. So lunar mansion. Right. Yep. Let's see. So then fortunate Arjapara 4. Compassionate. Okay, so the universe is calling us to be compassionate towards the messes. I like Alex Earl's podcast because I feel like a hot mess. It's a total Rudras to team. So fortune there, yeah. Nice. Good things come in hot, compassionate messes. Mercury's not in Punarvasu anymore. Now it's in Pushya. Emanating superiority to rest. Isn't that here's the rest. In retrograde order. That's how it goes. What was I gonna say about because Brihaspati is the guru of the gods. And it just got so was it I was trying to figure out when I feel like this might be a metaphor for like how, because I think this is about to be, we're coming up on about a month of doing transits, and it's like Mercury went retrograde, and I feel like it was just about like getting, because Mercury represents like anything you're doing for a trade or for skill. Mercury is skill, and astrology, even though it's full of logical processes, it's still a skill when you're doing like, when you're combining it with like entertainment or content creation. Regarding less. So now I feel like as though it's like anybody now speaking in whatever job they're doing is now, I feel like they're now more qualified. So that was the purpose of the retrograde was for re-becoming, so that you could actually hold the seat that you're trying to hold on to. IMO, in my opinion. And then it's in a Saturn ruled. It's in a Saturnian nakshatra. And a sun ruled sign. Sun's in its own sign. It is, wow. Peak of Leo season. Is that what going here? Jupiter conjunct Sun conjunct. Oh, but K2. Wow. Maybe K2 is what's been hiding it from the zeitgeist or whatever. Straight up. K2 can take things away. It's like Rahu's the illusion of fullness, and K2 is emptiness. It's like because they encompass so much. And then it's in a Saturn ruled sign. Sun in its own sign. Hmm. It is, wow. Peak of Leo season. Is that what going here? Jupiter conjunct Sun conjunct. Oh, but K2. Wow. Maybe K2 is what's been hiding it from the zeitgeist or whatever. It's like Vertex and Chitra. Oh, Vertex and Chitra. Camera lenses, but also literally Maya. Literally the architect of the dogs. Guys, your house is a Chitra native. Even your Dinishta have Chitra placements. That's crazy. Crazy work. I was getting frustrated, low-key, because it's like, it feels like, oh, you can have a dishwasher, but if any crumbs are on anything, then none of it works, and it costs $1 billion to fix. Oh, and you can have a sink, and you can have like a, whatever those drain things are, where it stops the food from going down. But if any food goes in it, then it's still screwed. And you can have a sink, but if any of the oil that you use to cook foods that have oils in them, then the whole system shuts down. This sucks. This has Saturn written all over it. The freaking party. Yeah, the party my butt, dude. What the crap? Gosh. Don't forget the flock. Okay, don't let me forget to do my dishes when I'm done with this transit. Yeah, let's sip on some Soma, shall we? Let's sip on some Maha Beta Soma. Alpha Soma? Tough call. Sigma. Okay. I was just gonna read push Shimmy Pot 1 because Mercury. That's one. Cultivated limitation exercise pragmatically. Okay. Cultivated limitation. Oh. Is this why I have no money? Oh my gosh, bro. That explains a lot. That's just so annoying. My side reel on my cargo. Cultivated. Luckily, it's pragmatic. Pragmatically emanating superiority. Correct. The world can rest now that I'm broke, or why is it all about me? It's probably the hierarchical self-disposition. See, like, if I was you, I'd be doing it the same way, though, I'm just trying to show you how to do it. Self-centered. It's because I'm so self-centered. Sagators, in a nutshell. American Pot of 4. Intellectual. Transparent revelation. Fundamentally reincorporating spiritually infinite potential kinetically. Because Gemini. Mercury ruled. Oh, Chandra. Reincorporating spiritually infinite potential. Venus, your desires. So it's like, because Mercury is the, the moon hat and the Venus hat. Transparent revelation. Oh, the revelation is, it's about the moon. It's because your mom is your dad. So it's like, of the twins. Gemini is symbolized by the twins. But then it also goes into Cancer, and why does this symbol of Cancer also, like, have 2? You know what I mean? It's because it's not a coincidence that these cancers also have Gemini placements. Capiche? Capiche? Same way it's not, weird for a Virgo to have Leo placements. Or Sagittarius to have Scorpio placements. They're placed where they are for a good reason. Transparent revelation, fundamentally incorporating spiritually infinite financial connection. Because I heard somebody say it's like applying like a bunch of vague things to vague solutions to vague problems. I mean, first of all, I'm describing a vague problem with specific definitions. Unfortunately, the meaning to life is just literally like a B, C, D, E. So it's like, it's all just dad jokes. So it's really that's why like even like all the peptides they're putting on, it's like NAD plus. It's like it's more about like the letters themselves or like and the numbers trying to teach you something. Yeah, it's so hard in living in this world because you don't need to consume anything, but because a bunch of carcas want to make a lot of money, they need to sell products and then convince people that they need a bunch of material, but in reality it's just to keep you grounded here on Earth, which isn't as bad as it sounds because you can feel good things on Earth, but it's just like when your parents, if your parents tell you you're grounded, it doesn't sound good. Well, that's only because the opposite of grounding is literally you can fly. You can fly. I'm telling you, these Libras can fly. I'm telling you, I'm the cardinal air. You gotta understand it. You gotta understand it. They'll land in sidereal freaking Virgo. I'll tell you that much. Oh, water thoroughly supports collective. I just realized this symbol. I forgot. I forgot. This is literally a mermaid. So, the symbol for Virgo is literally a mermaid. So it's like, it's maybe hard to tell, but this is like the tail, and it's like the maiden is like laying. She's kind of like sitting on her side. This is kind of like her hair, and then this is like her posterior, and then like her top half, and then you know what I mean, and the M there too. So water thoroughly supporting the collective. It goes deeper. It goes deeper. Because Libra. Fairies and mermaids right here. Fairies, mermaids. And then like the literal. And then Vishnu. It's because Vishnu's at the feet of Lakshmi. Do you get it or no? My timer went off. Cool. 27 minutes, 27 seconds. Ah. Forms cast oppositely fight to interdole. Oh. Facts. All over the place, but it's because also like it's not just like another way of looking at this, like let's say you're like super monadic and you refuse to return divinity. You could literally just look at each of these as a different evolution of the same character. So it's like you could just look at each of these zones as a new lesson that one character is learning. You know what I mean, along the way. I just think that's a little less interesting. Or else I will not write the book on Jeshtapada 4. Here's the thing. I just know I just know so much that I'm a good person that I don't know. It's just like if everybody in the world thought I was a bad person, it would not affect me in the slightest because I know I'm a good person. I just also don't like to. I also don't like to look like a bad person, but let's digress. How Tomas is gonna get? That's what I'm saying, bro. Oh, let's read the Sun. I'm reading the Sun. I'm reading. Okay, because I just did an Obama video, and I read a lot about the first bada. These one does not simply understand, Ashley. Okay, so let me just keep it pushing. Relativistic expression of eternal power. Attractive incorporation oversupplied throughout electromagnetic grid. I did post more videos than I thought I was going to today. But is that an attractive incorporation? Maybe. Okay, so I'm gonna use this to queue up. Like now I'm gonna be oversupplying all of my stuff throughout the electromagnetic grid to make sure that I'm synchronized flawlessly with these enrichment zones. Infinite competence expressed excellently. Spin, turn, and movement. Turn. Just keep swimming. Krishna keeps swimming. Just keep swimming. Krishna keeps swimming. This shape, imagine this shape was alive. How many things do you think it could do? Only one. Boggle your mind. And all it takes is rotation, bro. All it takes is rotation. That's why it's after Ashleysia you can rotate it and collect it. Rotate it and transport. No, I hear you. It's more of a forms cast oppositely. Mars and Venus are forms cast oppositely. Let's see. Oh, okay, yeah. Infinite competence expressed excellently. Nice. Nice everywhere? Cool. For how much longer? Let me think of an example. I was actually kind of going in. Okay, infinite. Let's see. Honestly, I feel like my For You page and my YouTube Shorts videos that I've been watching, and the mantras I've been listening to, I feel like everybody's been cooking. Infinite competence expressed excellently. Make sure you guys think inwardly and see if that applies to your life or whatever. Let me pretend that you're not me. So fucking stupid, bro. Desensitized objectivity directed materialistically, radicalizing agency. It's because the Nagas hoard over all. They have all the treasure, right? It's basically an activation. It's like a Saturnian activation, giving you the explanation for why you can't have all the money right now. They just rather pretend like, oh, it's a bunch of people who don't want you to win. Nagas plural again. We Nagaloka. Desensitized objectivity, directed materialistically, radicalized. Oh, right. I think it's a lot of the time it's supposed to rage bait you or piss you off or motivate you, because anger is such a good, it can I guess it's not like. I guess do you get? I mean, Mars can call it whatever he wants or whatever, like juiced up juice, but it's like, is that cortisol? Is that cortisol or is that adrenaline? You get when you're mad. Just blood flow, just movement, just blood flow. Yeah, Mars represents blood. Silent rain boomed, encyclical, exalted, carcass, enwrapped in re-evolving cyclical storytelling. Fun. It's just, I feel like it was just 108 very specific solutions to this. So the real problem is that there's no problems. There's no problems. I'm trying to think of like what job could be possible without like totally imagining the state that needed. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, I mean, I feel like our teachers have been slapping us on it. It's like, if you want to sell the cure, it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's like big pharma. It's like big pharma. I'm just trying to sell my sip. I'm just trying to sum us up. That's why will debilitated. Everything is explained so well by will debilitated, or not explains so well, but like everything, all of those types of problems are solved so cleanly with will debilitated agents. And then just reinforce disassociationism. It's because, bro, like, Saturn, dude, if you think Saturn is gonna let you get away with not getting a job, bro, holy crap. Holy crap. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. They've got enough monks. They've got enough monks just sitting crisscross applesauce doing absolutely nothing. Okay? They've got enough of those. They've got enough of those. It's because all the animals are Zeus, and all the animals are already doing that. So it's like, maybe what you could do is you could, once you've reached that place, you could show other people who haven't been able to do that how to do that, but that's just past you either way. So just help yourself out. Just help yourself out. That's what I'm doing. Thought you ought to know. Wow, okay, so this is the most Tomasic, it's like the most Tomasic part of this, the Rohasic zone. Wow. You can get, oh, and it's a Tomasic day. Would you look at that? Yeah, it's like 1 in 3 odds or so. Well, I mean, come on, 108 odds. Welcome. Wow. K2 yep, still. We're still dragging out maximum moment with devotional symbolism. Unfamiliarity navigated advanced before becoming. Oh, urgent reproductive fertility. Oh, that's right. Gosh. I feel like I have like the most like unsuccessful spiritual arranged marriage of all time. I can never see the externalized. No, I'm just. What am I? I'm having trouble connecting the dots from my present to my future. I just have my retrograde Mars to work with and my normal grade freaking Mercury. Retrograde Mercury, oh man. Did you know Zeus has retrograde Mercury? I did. Cool. Vertex in Chitrapada 2. I talked about this today. It's Henry Ford. So I did not know. I totally forgot he wrote that book. Okay. Inviting trustedness develops every opportunity. Self-redevelopment to reproduced abundance. Totally. I think gosh. It's rough. It's rough because, like, I don't know, being the CEO of Nikshatras is just, it's just reinventing the wheel. You know what I mean? I mean, I like it better. I feel like I don't know. Do I like it better? It just feels more personal. Is that the problem? Is that the problem? Taurus, regardless. It just feels like, I just feel like, and I feel like this is, well, first of all, I'm inviting trustedness by telling the version of me that doesn't know it's me this. Inviting trustedness develops every opportunity. It's like, I feel like okay, because a lot of times people say that astrology is occult, OCCULT, and it's also because every single cult ever involves astrology. So it's like, because it's religion. They're redoing the same thing over and over again, right? So it's like, I can't tell if Varuna, like, because you remember Varuna's comment? I can't tell if, either way, it's like, I'm trying not to feel left out, because if it's a cult, I'll leave. If it's a cult, I'll leave. I will still be loyal, but I'm just not gonna, like, I'll never forget you. I'll never forget you, but, like, I'm not trying to be in a cult, dude. Bro, I'm not trying to be a cook, and I'm not trying to be in a cult. Holy crap. Straight up. Sorry. Is this a transit video? Some things will never change. Zeus, oh crap. Because that's the thing. Like because Zeus is Varuna. That's the thing. Zeus is Varuna, so it's not even. So I don't even think it can be a cult, bro. I don't even think it can be a cult. Straight up. And Vitra the Titans, for real. Vitra's like all the Titans as one. More of a Saturn card. More of the moon. Depends on your Ionomsa. Because Saturn is also the moon. No more Stiti. Descending in Vishaka. Ascending in Kritikapada too. Let's ascend after Vitra made us all depressed like he always freaking does. Let me put away my freaking program and whatever. I forgot to mark my calendar. I think what I learned from watching other people's content is that I don't even necessarily have to like be paying it. I don't have to be paying attention the entire time to enjoy. Like I don't have to hang on to every single word to enjoy the experience. You know what I mean? I can just be glad to be here at the same time. I might have to leverage that. All these blank spaces. Wait, I'm gonna let Lilith. I need to go to Bali. I redefine these. I need to go to Bali. Within the month. Opt intensely, dude. Opt intensely. Okay, descending in. Intersystemic engineer knows game. Oh, sorry. Why are we descending? Why are we descending when we have so much time to ascend? Wonder active. Get it? Because I was just wondering why we would descend. Okay. Wonder actively establishing idealistic reformation. There we go. I wondered and I figured it out. I would be ideal to ascend. Promotional excitement captivates all. I couldn't agree more. And Murky Magic. Wow. Yeah. Agni Soma. I learned. Wow. I learned about Agni Soma. Think about Greek fire, like a fire that is its own fuel source. Agni Soma. Holy crap! Sun in Mrigashirshira, Moon in Kritika, Fortune in Rohini. W. Okay. Descend now. Descend. Do we want to descend already? Do we have to descend, or can we keep our upward? We can keep our upward movement flowing. Guys. Okay. JJK. So you need to be able to stack your heavenly restrictions. Not heavenly restrictions. Your binding vow. So you need to stack binding vows until you succeed. Or like I guess that accelerational stati, that the accelerational ladder. What is it? What do they call it? Stacking compound interest. Right, because there's this many things to keep track of. There's actually more. There's a lot of things to keep track of. Let me digress. I forgot where I was at. But either way, while keeping the upward movement, I'm going to meditate on the downward movement. Dedication, confidence, advice, creating lucrative circumstance, intersystemic engineer knows compassion. Okay, so, I mean, guys, come on. No, stop. No, guys, it's you. Om Vishvebhyo Devebhyo Namaha. Om Vishvebhyo Devebhyo Namaha. Om Vishvebhyo Devebhyo Namaha. Om Vishvebhyo Devebhyo Namaha. Yeah, stacking the binding vows and being able to like set an idea on like a foothold. You know what I mean? Kind of like what I did with all this stuff. It is Portuguese time. Brazilian Portuguese. Oh my gosh. I hate that my mom wants to go to dude. Oh my gosh, I'm learning Brazilian for Adriana Lima. That's the only reason I would learn Brazil with the. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, sorry. I just had to say that because I'm like, I literally cannot stand the full transparency sometimes, bro. What the crap? Midheaven in Capricorn. Utara shot up at 4. Decisiveness expressed, truthful balance. Decisiveness re-expressed, infinite capacity distributed atemporally communes communities, or is it part of 3? I can't tell. It's part of 3. Circum-accountability. Universal constants frees monadic consciousness from self-isolation type. Uttarashada again has all 27 of the nakshatras. I'm kind of curious though where the D9 MC is, but it's different though. Oh, D2. I gotta figure out the math on that. Let me. Oh, it's because I forgot about Abhijit. That's why. Sorry. Yeah, Pluto's retrograde. Wow. Is it because Pluto's Mars is retrograde, or does Pluto just have retrograde planets? I hope my Piscean astrologers answer that for me. 100 healers. I have 100 healers, and every single one of them is an astrologer. Namostity. It's not a flex. No, it's not a flex. Remember, he frees the monadic consciousness from self-isolation. Even if I don't brag, then I can't convince myself I'm freaking not alone. What the crap? Intersystemic engineer knows compassion. I've noticed this. Yeah. I would be more proud of my. Was it an autonomic or was it a? What's the other one? It's like voluntary. Yeah. Autonomic is automatic. I can't tell. Well, no, I mean, they helped me. I was carrying, but because I can't do anything, I might as well just take credit. No, not necessarily. Chiron, our wounded healer, is still reprojecting liminal impressions dualistically, infract and re-reflect an evolving identity purposefully. Taurus, whole time. In Taurus. That's when we potted 2 in Taurus. Holy crap, because that's Capricorn. So hard. So hard when you don't make it clean, Varuna. Holy crap. Oh, sidereal epsilon. It's so annoying. I think the reason why people don't really... I feel like the reason why they're trying to pressure into moving from sidereal... I'm just trying to go to the... Just change the name of it to something that isn't sidereal, and I'll be totally down, bro. But until that, bro, it's tropical. Fuck mid-ass weather, bro. I hate mid-ass weather. Oh my god, bro. Am I rooting for global warming? Holy crap, bro. I just want some beaches, bro. What the crap? And not these crappy, rocky, low-wave, freezing-ass beaches. Holy crap, bro. Oh, but it's so beautiful to look at from 1 billion feet away. Holy crap. And if you touch it, you'll die of freaking hypothermia. Unless your name is Wim Hof. I hated it. No, they're still trying to convince you can die. Mars would really like you to believe you could die. That's why he makes you bleed. D9 tropical D9 until they change the name. Fuck a sidereal, bro. Anyway, as we wait for the tropics to load, Ipsum Coli and Push Up Auto 1. Nice. That is where I came from. Pushia me. Do they ever tell you that the full name for Pushy is Pushy Me? It's kind of like they don't say Uttara Bhadra Pada. They often cut it down to Uttara Bhadra. But come on, lock in. They also a few other differences. They swap V's with W's. Ashwini or Ashvini, Svarga, Swati Swati. I say Swati and Ashwini. They don't say Punarwasu. They don't say Wishaka. I don't know. Both are true though. Both are true. It's usually just a double V. W. Kadoki. K2. Where'd you go? I miss you so. Did we talked about this already? Detachment in material X occult studies. Accomplish goals, work hard. It's not about the goals. It's about working hard. Right. Work hard and then the goals will come on some type. You learn that through the occult studies, W, and the material X occult studies. Sorry, the combination of those helped you understand that you could just accomplish goals and work hard. But to accomplish goals, don't you need to set goals? Namaste. Don't forget to floss. Adore symbolism, pursue. Okay, we did talk about this. Okay, wow. The nodes are some. It's giving Saturn and Mega 4. Reincorporating spiritual. But exactly. Because magic is possible. It's like I feel like in Murgapada 4 there's a lot of scientific explanations for like miracles. Straight up. Because you can use science to describe any miracle. That doesn't make it not a miracle. No, the deer were able to fly because what happened is they were able to become lighter than the air. Actually explains it. Because light magic. Didn't I tell you that? If light magic, what do you think Mriga is? Promotional excitement captivates all. I've noticed this. Ashvini to T2. I went straight from K2 to Rahu. Either way, leverage fortune. Unwelled. Am I tripping? Unwelled pressure released faithfully. Shout out to Unwell. Unwelled pressure released faithfully promises glorious adventure. Wow, and shout out to Google. Shout out to the Google Pixel. As my manifest money frequency just ended. And shout out to shout out to my guru, but Vishnu has even more wives. That's why I'm saying, dude, my guru is so greedy, bro. It's so annoying. My guru is all the beards. Zeus. So annoying. Okay. Unwelled pressure released faithfully promises glorious adventure. Okay, so where's the pressure? GQ. I feel this is a good time here. Drink water either way. Unwelled pressure released faithfully promises glorious adventure. I couldn't agree more. Unimaginable riches. Discovering Saturns. Discovering Saturns. It's just fallen angels. Fallen angels in Chicha. Fortune there though. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Mars ruled. So fortune there. So how would I apply this? Anytime I see that there's pressure that I can, that I'm conscious of. If I can consciously unwell pressure using my, faithfully, just like, maybe it's like popping a champagne bottle, you know what I mean? It could be as simple as that, bro. Because you don't know where it's going to go, but either way, I promise glorious adventure. It's because I'm fully carried by Iravat. Still. Ascending an Ashleisha Parafo. Solidification in mass, simulating outward pressure, fully enriched possession of characterization. Type. Do you get it? Did you get it or no? I don't know. Well, because it's not for kids, so you gotta be super big brain. Gotcha there. Gotcha. Oh, so I don't have to super over explain anything. Solidification in mass simulating outward pressure. Full enriched possession of characterization. It's like, think of a rattlesnake rattling. It like, you can, it's like, okay, no, think about like taking a glass, and then like the opera singer that matches the pitch of the glass so perfectly that it breaks. Like that is why, like that is the that's a power a Naga could, that like a Naga could exert that over you. And it's like them rattling itself, just that could literally like, they can make you stop spontaneously combust. But Nagas also, especially D1 Nagas could literally breathe fire. Could literally breathe fire. It's not even funny. Fix it fire, I'm telling you, bro. It's crazy work. It's crazy work. There's a reason. Oh man, like I don't know. I guess we'll see. Because some people say, like I heard on the In Your Dreams with Owen Thiel, he was like, "What's the bad sign?" And then someone said, "Leo. Leo's the bad sign." No, if there's oh my gosh, Leo is not a bad sign at all. Are you kidding me? Leo is such a good sign. It's not even funny. Without Leo, oh my god, without Leo, this whole thing would be a waste of time. This would be a waste of time without Leo. The bad sign, I think it's like, here's the thing. If you like privacy, you could say Pisces is the bad sign. Because I don't know, like for me, I felt a little messed up. Like when I learned that everything ever was just like fully recorded, and it's like, I don't even know, and not just by like a super detached version of God, but like by a close version of God that knows you like personally and is your friends. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I felt some type of way about that. You know what I mean? But that's just like, but either way, there's no bad sign. Some people call Sagittarius is Sagittarists, just because they say because Sagittarius know how the world works. Okay, so they don't get like guilt tripped into being nice for nothing. Okay, that's why they get called Sagittarius. The reality is they just understand that they can manifest, like they understand the world is theirs and they can manifest whatever their heart desires, and you might as well just go for it. And they know that there's going to be a principle of resistance trying to make them prove to themselves that they really want it, so they kind of just have to push on through. It's tough. It's tough, especially if you don't want to look like a dick. Straight up. No planets in Cancer in the Navamsha. Notable. Again, D9. It's the oh, New Call Her Daddy episode coming out. Nice. Oh, it's gonna be infinite. Oh, let's go. It's gonna be infinite competence expressed excellently. Yay! Just like this. As above, so above. It's because Vishnu's my leader. That's why. He's also your leader. You're Indra. Cope. You're Varuna too. I don't really care, bro. Lord. Guys, what do you think is worse, being at the bottom of the ocean or being in the middle of the sun? Let's say your nerve endings had to stay intact the whole time. Probably being in the sun. Well, that's a crazy assumption. Well, wait. Is there another assumption about drowning that makes... Yeah, let's assume that... That'd be like assuming you never stop, like, suffocating. I think once you suffocate fully, that's when you realize you don't need to breathe. That's why Krishna will take you to Atlantis. A lot of celebrities don't actually need to breathe if you know. Like, Virgos wouldn't need to breathe. Capricorns wouldn't need to breathe. If you Taurus properly, you wouldn't need to breathe, but you will breathe. Fire signs love to breathe, bro. But Leos don't need to breathe. Aquariuses don't need to breathe, but dude, there's no the most dude. Aquarius has the most variance with along with Libra. I'd say there's so many types of Aquarians. It's not even funny. There's so many because Aquarians want to be healed. So they have to find new ways to be healed by being different, by being so different. They can also be they can be very similar, but they can also be so diverse. It's kind of like a lot of people think like, oh, like that the I don't know, a lot of people make racist assumptions by Asian people, and then there's more diversity in the Asian gene pool than like, you know, between like different races and stuff like that. I don't know. Activate Aquarius regardless. Aqua RIS, pretty much, bro. Pretty much. It's a fluid, bro. Air is a fluid. Jesus walked on air before he walked on water. It's so annoying. It's like footholds, bro. It's like it's so gosh. Yeah, I've had every fruit, bro. I've had every fruit. Ugh. Saturn actually Chapada won. No, Mahanaga. We were talking about this, but weren't we talking about the Hydra? Yeah, I think so. Innovative electromagnetic institutions, mirrored introspection, initiate spirally vision cultivate. Oh no, it moved back. Did it? Did it move back? Oh, I think maybe we're talking D10. Perhaps we'll check. Because innovative electromagnetic institutions. Oh, maybe that's why all these social media platforms feel so mid right now. Saturn and just feels so mid. Like TikTok is freaking pay to win. Instagram can freaking sugma. I think I'm done with Instagram, bro. Dude, if TikTok and Instagram are basically just gonna be the same thing, then I just prefer TikTok, especially because TikTok has a US. Now it's TikTok US now. I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, fuck you, Mark, banning me from fucking Threads. Fuck you, bro. Fuck you. Fuck you. It was only good because I was there. It was only good because I was there. I am. Do you get it or no? Cultivate. Oh. Sun, emanation, aura. It's okay. The obfuscation of MAGA. Oh Lord, this is gonna be. Okay, this is the most confusing cusp ever, bro. Okay, because unfamiliarity navigated advance before becoming urgent reproductive fertility consumes resource fully. Devotional symbolism. Right, and even though some of these may sound very similar, if you spell them, letter by letter out and read them, it's a very specific. All the words they were chosen. That's why I really care about what this word serves unit. I just wish I. Luckily, it's in its own little box. They serve unit. We'll figure out. Maybe I just need a magnifying glass. I don't know. I think once I get back into like rewriting mode, I think I'll be good to go. But unbelievable wealth resupplied. Nice. Social stratification exalts respect. Tax brackets. Wow. Interesting. So interesting. Wow. And when everyone's super, no one will be. So, social stratification exalts respect, liberating power, and positive intention. Sounds like what you guys need is a hero. But it's like, if everybody, how could all the heroes need heroes? It's because Saturn, that's why. Ugh. Saturn's full of a multiverse of Indra. Straight up. Straight up. I prefer Rahu anyway. Okay. So I'll Percy upscale at the end of the day. Okay, so Virgo midheaven. Perfect Falcuni Pada 2 or 3? Iridosa, Clytus. Partnered, okay, midheaven, so career, but also public image relating to, colored by partnered reciprocal love, brought out seamlessly. Teamwork does make the dream work. Collecting detailed expression, inherently communing. Tweakle tweet. Tweakle tweet. In the second house, midheaven in the D9 second house, how does it work? It's because all of the things you've accumulated, all the notes I've taken and accumulated, the knowledge you accumulate also goes into the second house. Cool. Great. And so all of this now, I'm like collecting it, but now it's not just collecting. I'm also collecting the combinations. Of these relating to each other, inherently communing. So nice. W expression. IMO. Third house communication and competition, low-key. Venus conjunct Fortune in Chitra. Venus in Chitra pada dos. Duis. Inviting trustedness develops every opportunity. Right. Venus here from where? Uttar Falguni pada. So water thoroughly support. So from forms cast oppositely, fight to interdoled. Water thoroughly rotated and transported. Water thoroughly supports collective. Going into, and then okay. Exactly. Self-redevelopment, reproduced abundance. Exactly. I'm trying to not just like, I guess this is like kind of like the world's best, like in my opinion the goal was the world's best proof of concept. But I feel like if I redevelop these, like I feel like these are like the alpha. These are like the alpha versions, and I'm trying to make 2.0, you know what I mean? Because I don't know, I feel like they've enriched me enough to convince myself that now I can enrich them even further. W. All these signs are infinite, so much capacity. I mean, so much can be taken out, but I just I feel like the expressions can get more okay, because basically, even though it feels as though we're going around in circles, essentially what it is it's a process. Like, the process of thinking critically literally just redevelops dopamine, and it's literally just you could just keep giving yourself energy off of this over and over and over again. It's just the Mahastati. Yeah. Holy Mrigashirshira magic, Stellina, what that crap. What that crap. Okay. Pluto, though, I don't think this moved. Swati Pada 2, grounding forces. Grounding forces dictating currency organically. Directly accessible borrowed strength. If you just consider yourself as Pluto, that's all you need to do to trespass into the domain of the gods, honestly. So there's your directly accessible borrowed strength. Straight up. And in the fourth house, yeah, it's either you or someone you live with, I guess. There you go. Well, you are the person you live with. Namostati. Please, Namostati. Please. The vision. It's pretty cool stuff. Vishakapada, Uranus and Vishakapada 1, I don't think that moved. Comparison. Landscape demanding promotes distinctive strength. Uranus, if you watch One Piece, Uranus is kind of like the knock-up stream that sends you to Skypiea. Um, comparison. Landscape demanding promotes distinctive strength. Faith. That was the in the Straw Hats. It was like from my perspective, that's what um, it was like. I don't know. It feels like it was like the world wanted them to go to Skypiea, and then it was like, oh, but the world was like, oh, but can you really do it? And then it was like they were, Luffy was just so confident, and then I don't know. I feel like all of his distinctive strengths were promoted by the whole route to get back, the whole route to get up into Jaya. In my humble opinion, and it's not very humble. Charged responsive qualitative scale. Literally. Your scale is even Zeus is crazy. Charge responsive qualitative scale. Yeah. In Vishaka, the coupler, it's like I think it's about compatibility. Joining compatible agents. Comparison. Is this right for this? Could anything else be more correct for this? And then Lilith. So the result of redefining my needs, or redefining needs in that moment, goes to Pot of 3 of Vishaka, functionality. Willfulness intends resourcing applications. Okay. Willfulness intends resourcing applications. Wow. Because like the way that I set it up, it's like it automatically does a lot of that stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like willfulness intends resourcing applications. Like that happened here. Like a resourcing application, like you could order like I need ordering anything off of Amazon. Resourcing applications like that, your phone, like there's resourcing applications in the Black Mirror, but there's also resourcing applications up here. It's just that depending on how prominent Vishaka is in your chart, it will be like on how it will be like will tell you how good you are at leveraging that application. Because like somebody like with a Vishaka Stellium, they could literally bring to them. They could literally meditate and then have they could meditate and have a monkey bring them a pound of gold. Literally, they could literally do that. Functionality. That's what I'm saying. Willfulness, it's like he's just he's like no latency on his manifestation. Willfulness intends a resourcing application, but they won't do it. They won't necessarily do it. It's not necessarily necessary. A lot of the times, the only thing they'll want is water. I am a recursive mentalism compounds gains fully. Exactly. Yeah, you don't need to eat food. You don't need to eat food. You could literally just eat again, it depends on your play. Again, it depends on your chart. If you have a bunch of Critica placements, you're probably gonna keep eating. You're probably gonna keep eating. If you're here to stay grounded, you're here to stay grounded. Recursive mentalism compounds gains fully. Yeah, it's like it's all connected from one end to another. Recursive. And it's mentalism. All is mind. So the coupler can be confident in compatibility through willfulness. Through androgyny. Through power and through the application of power and critical thinking, decisiveness. Tracks to me. So Vishaka in the fourth house. So Vishaka in the fourth house might mean, like literally, I have a couple. My mom literally has a couple staying over. Vishaka is known as the coupler. So there's literally a couple in my fourth house. And fourth house represents the mother. So for me, this is like super Lilith and Uranus, and that tracks. It tracks because of Mahavaruna or whatever. Om Shukriya Namaha. Om Shukriya Namaha. Om Shukriya Namaha. Om Shukriya Namaha. So, as these patterns are enriched, right? Expansively enriched, right. So, as long as Chiron's been doing his job, which he does, that's all he can do with that crap. With that crap is because these freaking recursive, these symbols are doing all the work. Just being them in that shape is them doing their job. Hey, we just needed a B. We just needed a B, B. Just B for A. Okay. So moving into Purva Shadapada 1. This didn't move from last time, I don't think. Morality, ethics, respected station, flawless, enthusiastic perspective, fixing ambitious needs interpersonally. Yeah, thank God, because there's too many injures out there, bro. There's too many injures. I guess, yeah. I'm worried about the courts being blind. Well, actually, yeah, I'm the only one blind to all the other injures. I'm the only one who needs to be blind to all the other injures. Just make sure, hey, just kill me first. Just kill me first. Hey, if Enoch shot Ra, you can too. Then you can too. Descendant in the Nishtapada 2. Unobtainable legionationally light fusing hyperdensely. Unobtainable legionationally light fusing hyperdensely fabricating opt intensely. Wow. Did you know there's not a well, there is a fixed amount of gold, but the fixed amount is just infinite. Yeah, the illusion of finite resources. Holy crap. Janishtapada 2. Janishta is so good. Descending on other people. And, let's go. Because if you don't want downward movement, you can just usually switch the Karaka to be a positive or whatever vibe you're trying to match. It's all for the mental programming. It's all for you to be able to leverage your Mercury a little more better. That cracks me up, actually. New sacrificial altars. Anyways, sure. Other people. Oh, why does that excite me? Because an Aquarian descendant, especially in Janishtapada 2, makes me feel as though a lucrative audience is getting ready to be rendered and produced and displayed. And I'm grateful. Because wills. Because wills, that's warm. Okay. Ipsum Kolai and Shadabisha Badafor. I almost said Purva Bhadra. Pada 1. So Ipsum Kolai, so rooting for so the source from not just Pushimi Pada 1, but innovative prudent the root they were I guess your home can evolve to Pada 4. Ibsen Kolek. So coming from sorry, the result okay. So the result of coming from no, I'm trying to think of how to think this. It's like the future of where you come from. It's the future of where you'll come from. Okay. Reciprocation of involved expression of involved externalized selves, grouping compatible agents entertaining the masses. Because also, if like all the planets are coming from here, it's like basically Saturn saying that these are. I think Saturn is saying that these are grouped compatibly. Hella compatibly. Pravashada and Mula. So initiating victory and K2. Yeah, detachment is initiating victory. K2 represents the army that has already won. Lilith and Uranus. Lilith does stay by Uranus' side. In Vishaka with Swati. Let's see. Well, also, I don't I'm kind of like, I feel like you can definitely be an aspect type of astrologer. I just think this is like, I think the aspects are already partially built into everything you know about any individual sign or position in a sign. So you can kind of speak more on it by noting the fact that there's trines involved, but I don't think it's like the only way to go about reading. In no way is it the only way, because the thing about Chinese astrology. Yeah. Well, okay, so really, okay. Well, oh, the coupler, Vishaka, the coupler. Okay, yes, so that is compatible. Swati the Wrath, the logical processes. Oh, the individuator. Okay, so the individuator. So is Pluto becoming individuated? That might be what they're saying. Well, how grouped? Oh, individual, separate from this couple, individuated, but opposite to Neptune. Oh, grouping compatible. Okay, in Ashwini, the individuator with the twins. Pluto with Neptune. Right, Neptune turns Pluto into Uranus. Seems compatible to me. Comparison, landscape demanding, promotes distinctive strength. Evolution. Yep. If you take the X outside of the circle, fortune. Venus is fortune. Right, the sun is the ascendant because it doesn't retrograde. That's why, allegedly, and that's why. But again, without resistance, you can be screwed. Your circuit's not gonna work without any ohms, dude. Confirmation 27 minutes 27 seconds. But if confirmation biased, then we're going here. Ipsum Coli. Alright. Now Mercury, my sidereal lot Makarka in Poor Vabhadra 4. Affliction perfecting heaven eternally, intertwining divine elements therapeutically engulfed. So like essentially, so the magicians basically like code like it's like what happens is, well, luckily all words good, but basically because empty circle and emptiness is maximum strength and maximum power, if you need to like, how are you going to disseminate that knowledge onto anybody else without using words that then become non-emptiness? Even emptiness, the word is full of letters, you know what I mean? Like think about if you watch Hunter x Hunter, and it's like, I feel like it's kind of like you can either really like take forever to break it down to somebody like what emptiness is, or you could literally like do it the hard way, like the dangerous way, and you could be like Wing and then literally like shock emptiness. Like you could show somebody how, like Nirati did to me. You could show somebody the true strength of emptiness with 0 words and just power. Mercury does it with words. The sun does it with power. Not muscle. Just power. Just power by being. Sun and Jeshta. Sun and Jeshta fought 2. Um, affliction. So okay, so the words are kind of like an affliction, but they perfect heaven eternally. Intertwining divine elements, letters, characters, logos, therapeutically. Um, yeah, therapeutically engulf. I think K2. Yeah, you could say like a symbol. Like if you know if everybody's calling this Mercury, then it's kind of like a word. Um, it definitely fits into the magician's niche of stuff. Mercury is an astrologer. Uh, Taurus, Vertex, conjunct Neptune in Ashwini Pada Foe. Shout out to Adriana Lima. Somatic integration, molding societal impressions, efficiently determining preferable exalted outcome. Hey guys, it's because my name isn't legally changed. Um, Somatic integration. Sorry, I'm so deluded. Okay, somatic integration, molding society. Yeah, optimally though. It's because I'm hermetic. W. Somatic integration, molding societal impressions, efficiently determining preferable exalted outcome. Gosh, do I need to be how much more? I feel like I could be even more demure. It's tough. No D1. I don't have D1 Falguni placements like that. D1 placements are super important. Super important. I want just as important as your D9 positions. Both 50-50, all not. Oh gosh, all infinite of them. Crap. Good thing I just wrote the book on them. What that crap? What that crap? So Neptune. So it's yeah. So Maya. So yeah, everything. Yeah. So like even the nitrogen you breathe is literally like giving you, it's like making you hallucinate this reality. Neptune conjunct Vertex. Somatic integration, molding societal impressions, efficiently determining preferable exalted outcome. Let's think about some preferable exalted outcome or what? Is the preferable exalted outcome that the nakshatras stay? I think they're trying to because the 27 club, 27 club, and obfuscating Jupiter. The obfuscation of Jupiter. That's why I just Mercury, bro. I'd rather Mercury. Zeus is not full of shit. Zeus is not full of shit, bro. Zeus is so serious, bro. Guru. I don't know how much sense that makes, but well, to me, it makes rod. Levered lack of audience. Yeah. Oh Lord. Okay. And that's in the 10th house. W. Oh. Hello. Maybe I'll get. Well, I don't care. I don't know. I'm just here so I don't get fined. I'm just here to leverage my lack. Stellium and Mrgashira. Just read it. Let me turn it around actually. Let's go to the source. Hormonal registry. Okay, so Mars here. So okay, wow. Maybe some new foods. Hormonal registry. Consecrations glandularly distributed allergy. Wow. So literally plants evolving can literally like wow, pesticides. Wow. So like farming can literally push plant life to evolve quicker and adapting new allergens that affect our hormonal registries that produce um it's like those. It's like mutations, like the scientific word for mutations, but it's basically just another word for magic. You know what I mean? That's how you get superpowers. It's like oh yeah, it's like you fell into the toxic vat, and now and now he's he can fly and he can shoot laser beams from his palms. Um, Mriga magic. I'm telling you, Mriga magic. Hormonal registry, consecrations, glandularly distributed allergies, and then Jupiter. Expansion in the A, that's how. You see, it's and then nothing in Potter 2. Oh, and Jupiter. Wow, nice. Jupiter there too in the D9. So that's a result of, and then Brihaspati, and Brihaspati and Soma. Nice. So then we'll skip over the moon anyway as we're hemming greatness. Because we're hemming defining territorial partitions locally, belonging adventurously, consistently. Well, they literally defined a partition. They're like, no, there's not a node in the second pada. But it's hemmed. So it is defined. It was defined by its emptiness. Locally belonging. Couldn't agree more. You fit right in, dude. Adventures consistently. Yeah, I mean, even that was an adventure, and we didn't even have to go too far. From pada to pada is an adventure. Okay, now pada 3 moon. Perspective and, yeah, perspective. Your perspective is going to make you feel. Heredity collapsed space. Heredity, comma. Collapsed space, comma. Involved space, comma. Material gained in. Oh no. In re-evolution. Oh, it was revelation. No. Yeah, it is revelation. Okay. Material gain revelation. Murga has to do with like researching, and like so a lot of scientists and collecting data. Um, Collecting data is material gain itself, and then material gain. Sorry, I already forgot the word I said. Material gain. Revelation. Right, exactly. It's why we do sciences, because it gives us epiphanies about the world, and it gives us soma. It gives us soma. Thinking critically and then solving problems literally gives us soma. It's like the highest. It's the highest possible drug you can take. Is um, like thinking and applying your brain. I've noticed this consistently. Why do you think I'm still? Otherwise, I wouldn't still be. Guys, even the thrice great is still doing it. If the thrice great is still doing it, bro, you should too. IMO, and literally, and then critical thinking in recalibrating instrumental organic systems, geologically revising bodies. You can do that by, so like every astrologer has the opportunity to do this, because even though there's a really solid framework for what these planets represent, there are thin lines that allow for passing the responsibilities between one another. So it's just important that you say, like, you can, like, if you want to just go with the way I do it, because I've been doing this for a while, like, be my guest, you know what I mean? But you can also take whatever I say about a planet, and then you could even, like, if I say something you didn't like about your moon, you could move all the stuff I said about your moon to your, you could just say, you could add to your Mercury, if you're like, just by leveraging your Mercury. Um, because Mercury mercs your E. It mercs any problem you could have. E is like a problem because it's resistance. Saturn, fifth number, number five. It looks like number five. Mercury, yeah, like, so any problem, it's just like, bro, just use your brain. Use your brain. Use the words. Just the answers in the problem. Um, if you don't want to be a debilitated agent, don't be a will debilitated agent. Um, yeah, it's about as critically as you should have to think about it. Um, D10s to a little bit of a longer class period today. As we enter the D9, see where the money's made. How can we make some money? How can we make some money? How can I make some money by doing my job? Is it self-employed if you don't own the YouTube? If I'm the two, it's technically self-employed. Whatever. Urnus technicalities. Whatever. I care about my vertex way more than you think, Pisces. I care about my vertex way more than you think. K2. Okay. No, immersion gauge measured correctly proportionate expansive rupture delivering auspicious establishment. Detachment from that, I hear you. Yep. And that will bring it. But what if it didn't? Hakuna Matata. Fortune and Ardra 4. Compassionate sensitivity. Privileged impulse to help. Selective non-reactivity. Embracing collective identities. Dissolving storm. Conducively reactive environment resulting in positive communal results. Societally charitable. Okay, yeah, facts. Yeah, why don't I just upload these for free online on the internet? That way, I'll be compassionate and sensitive to those who don't have money. Cool. It's a good idea. I think I'll be fortunate. Sorry. Rahu in Honorata. Honorata, Padawan. Nuclear relative composition. Sensorially rewarding, sacrifice directly. Retraction, recontraction. So critically thinking here. D10, it's our job. Critically thinking, retraction, recontraction. Nuclear relative composition, sensorially rewarding, sacrifice directly. In the third house of communication, how can I communicate that to you? That's pretty direct. Retraction and recontraction. Nuclear relative composition, sensorially rewarding, sacrifice directly. Sensorily rewarding, sacrifice directly. I can do that for myself with Rahu. That's what it is. Okay, actually, my guru told me to do this. Blinker checkpoint. Appreciated that. Okay. I just had to think critically about how I could make that an activation. Midheaven in Rohini Pada 3. Agent interactions, navigating joint spectrums, or am I tripping? Agent interactions, navigating joint spectrums. Elemental condensation, intersynthesized continually. Midheaven, okay. Public image, agent interactions, navigating. Okay. I see that. Oh. So let's look at the news. Okay. Iran says deal on. Why? Okay, sorry. It switched. Why Rhode Island may oust a sitting governor over a bridge. Agent interactions. Because if it's saying Rhode Island, that's multiple people. Agent interactions. Navigating joint spectrums. Bridges. Spectrums are joined together by bridges. Agent interactions. Navigating joint spectrums. Sorry, hold up. I don't know if you go. It's super small. Okay. Elemental condensation. Intersynthesized continually. May oust. Why Rhode Island? Elemental condensation. It's literally the island, Rhode Island. Never mind. Okay, it's literally the Rhode Island. It's because Mars is a planet because Mars is land. So if you're on the level, Mars is saying, and then I'll look at Mars because hold up, agent interactions. Mars is the agent actually. Navigating joint spectrums over a bridge. Elemental condensation. Midheaven. Losing. So get fired. Midheaven represents jobs. Oust a sitting governor. So then ruler of this, so Mercury and look at Mercury and the moon. Purva Bhadrapada, a sacrificial altar. So the sacrificial altar, sorry, Rohini is a moon, a lunar, a lunar nakshatra. It's the nakshatra lord. Um, and Purva Bhadrapada represents it right before going to the sacrificial altar. So the zeitgeist is just saying, it's like trying to show you like, oh, will he be ousted? Won't he be ousted? Either way, apply faith. The landscape literally demands it. Mars and Purva Bhadrapada 1. Diaggressive recklessness, materially successful and plus spiritually growing, always indulge. Why do I look at Mars? Oh, because agent, because land. Okay, because may oust. Diaggressive recklessness. Okay, so will it? Won't they? Diaggressive is like two sides playing at both sides. It's like they say it's like yeah, double edged sword. It's like bragging is kind of like a double edged sword. It's like um oh, I did so well. It's leaving you open to be like, well, you could have done even better. You know what I mean? Digressive recklessness. That type of diconsiderology actually wrecks less. It's not like they're being reckless; they're wrecking less. That's maybe I didn't make that very clear. Digressive recklessness, materially successful plus spiritually growing, always indulge. Nice, nice. It's a great spot. It's a great spot. W Martian. Um, Even though like I don't know. I think maybe I'll slowly start doing. I could like this one's like an hour 45. Maybe next one 2 hours. Either next one might be either 2 hours or I don't know because we could also do D12, and then we could just start doing D1, D9, D10, D12. Well, what about D27? Maybe we'll alternate between D12 and D27. Uh, anyways, yeah. Anyways, that was my video though. That was the transits for now. Um, we're just gonna keep doing this. We're gonna keep progressing. Um, Again, as like I don't know, I do this. I don't know. I do this on my own, so I might as well just record it and talk about it and practice talking and practice astrology and provide value and create digital assets. Yeah, all that still in the most. Prachodayat.